Hello people, this is Terran talking at you, and this is the second video in my Let's Compare Devil May Cry 4 and Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition. Today we're going to be continuing right where we left off, using Nero here. As you can see, I'm not using automatic, like I said in the first video. I didn't explain what automatic does, so I'm just going to tell you right now. Automatic basically makes whatever character you're using use combination attacks when they're available to you. And you know, it can be good for people who are starting off, but when you know what you're doing and you want to place enemies in a certain area with certain attacks, it's really inhibiting, and I wouldn't recommend it. Let's see. Moving here, this is just all the options. I wanted to let you guys see what my setup is, and it's a bit different, but it works for me, and the reason why I do it this way is because normally with the buttons set as they are on default, the melee attack is Y, gun attack is X, jump, devil bringer, then your devil trigger would be the left button, lock on, right button, so forth and so forth. But what I do is I put the gun attack on the left bumper. I put devil trigger on the left trigger. Put lock on. I leave lock on the right bumper, and I leave the exceed in the same place. And the reason why I switch the buttons around that way is because if you get charge attack and you're trying to you're trying to do combos and charge your charge shot, and you're in the middle of something, you end up with... Oh, come on. What am I doing? No. Everything's fine. Yeah. When you have your charge shot and you're just trying to... Please reassign your controls, ensuring that no buttons have... okay, what's here? Let's see. RB, LB, LT, Devil Bringers B, Y, A... Ah, there we go. Devil trigger. Oh, yeah. Move your exceed to RT. That's the problem. Okay. So, the reason why I have it set up this way is when you have your charge shot and you're trying to do combos and charge your shot at the same time, if you're holding X while trying to hit the triangle, I mean not the triangle button, if you're holding X while trying to hit Y, it's going to be really confusing and your finger's going to slip off, you're not going to get your charge shot off. Here we are in the aftermath of our epic battle with Dante. Yeah. Kyrie struggling with a box.
You brought this here for me?
Krita requested. She yearns for your touch.
Yeah, she yearns for your touch, Nero.
This blade's the best battle companion a swordsman could wish for.
And this is him constructing his sword with one hand. Gotta put everything together. Kyrie walking over to pick up the charm Nero gave her, if you guys didn't remember seeing that.
Fortuna Castle, huh?
That's what the witnesses said.
Guy just came from hell. He's gotta hit up a couple tourist sites.
Just so lightly in a time of crisis?
You're too serious, bro.
You must capture him.
Trust me, I'll get it done.
Please be careful. You still haven't recovered.
There's no time, and duty calls. Can't pass on an emergency.
I must return to headquarters and report.
Sorry, our date is gonna have to wait till later. Oh no! What's happening outside?
Someone help me!
I love that. He's screaming for help and no one moves. There's your first standard enemy. It's the Scarecrow. Actually, pretty weak. But, you know, we're humans compared to demons.
Is this him?
Don't have a lot of
I'm not sure.
health. Put it that way.
Fredo, take care of Kitty. I got this.
Room. The motorcycle thing. For those of you who don't know, that weapon is called the Red Queen. It's a custom model that Nero made. You know, it's got a bit more oomph to it than the standard blade of the people of the town. Hit her! Go for it!
Go! Get out of here!
Kids, and they're crying in one place instead of crying while running away from monsters. Doesn't have quite that much momentum in the actual but it's fun.
This baby sure can't pack a punch.
Okay. Now, we do have some Proud Souls from our fight with Dante. However, I don't think I need to power up just yet. So we're just gonna go in with actually no. We're going to go into the power-ups and pick up something. Let's see. Streak would be nice to have. Streak is always nice to have. We're gonna pick up Streak, which is Nero's version of Stinger. It sends him darting forward and then he slashes at the enemy. Okay, so, things for people who haven't played this before. One of the big parts of the game is going to be you getting orbs, and you're going to want to get as many orbs as you possibly can. Mostly it's just so, like, if you're not that good at the game, you can afford to have extra items, but also because orbs contribute to your score, and the more of them you have, the higher the score you get, and that means more Proud Souls at the end of the level. If you have more Proud Souls at the end of the level, then you get to upgrade more, and therefore the game will become easier as you have more options available to you. As you can see, here's our first green orb. They heal you if and when you get hit. Introduction to our setting. And the game is showing us our first gold orb. Now, gold orbs are interesting in that they are kind of your get out of death for free card. And they'll basically, when you die, you'll get the option of, do you want to use this item to bring you back to life, give you some health, and I think it restores a little bit of your DT, I'm not sure. If you use it, then you take a minus at the end of the level, but you know, you'll get to continue fighting. You won't have to start back from any weird checkpoints, and you won't have to start back at the beginning of the level. I personally tend to choose to go back to the beginning of the level when stuff like that happens, just because, you know, it's a way for me to get more red orbs. It's a way for me to kind of it's a way for me to get more orbs, learn more about the game, and also it's a nice way of you know, kind of teaching yourself not to take a lot of damage. If you have to go through the level over and over again, you learn it, and also it's kind of punishing yourself for, you know, losing, rather than just getting up and starting over where you were. But I can totally understand wanting to get up in the middle of the level after you've worked so hard to get to this boss. All the scarecrows dancing in the streets. You know, with all of this carnage happening, it's surprising that the people haven't moved out. Guess I'm gonna have to come back for you. So, another tip for getting those orbs is break everything that looks breakable. Because you never know when it might have an orb in it, or it might have a green orb, so you can get some health back after those tough fights. Oh no, we shut down something. And then your hand ate a skunk. Yep, so that's the Evil Legacy, and basically what it allows you to do is now you can use your Devil Bringer to latch onto stuff and send out your arm and grab things. So now I can, you know, grab that from in there. I can run over here and grab this Vitality Star. Now, Vitality Stars are one of these items that you can use to heal yourself. The small one is decent enough, so that at the beginning, if you use it at a good time, then you'll be restoring your full health bar. When you start getting bigger health bar and, you know, more stuff, then you're going to have to get bigger Vitality Stars, which there are. There's a medium-sized one and a large-sized one to counteract the small one that you have. So we're just gonna use our new talent with the Devil Bringer to pull us to where we need to go. Now, these little things, you know, there's a piece of paper stabbed into a wall, stuff like that. These are secret missions. Now, I'm not going to be doing all of the secret missions because, well, one, I don't know where all of them are. And yeah, for those of you saying, yeah, you could find a guide, or you should at least look for them. You know, I don't really want to. I've gotten to the point in this game where it's like I enjoy what parts of the game I know, and I'm going to miss some things, but for the most part, I'm doing this just so I can compare the main beef of the game and the parts that people who are playing this for the first time, people who are playing the next game for the first time are going to be encountering. And, come here, you. So one of the, as you can see, the Devil Bringer does allow you to grab enemies that you've knocked away, and basically allows you to manage the field, bring the fight to you, or bring the fight to the enemy sometimes, which really gives Nero the option of, you know, controlling how the battle runs. Whereas, you know, in the other games and later on in this game, Dante doesn't really have that option. Instead, it's about Dante maneuvering and moving around. Where are you? Come here. Come here. Oh. Save it close. Yeah. And at the end of these secret missions, normally your reward is going to be these blue orb fragments. Now, blue orbs and blue orb fragments are what you're going to be using to, you know, level up your health, give yourself that edge that you need to survive those tough fights. Wow, I did cut that close. 1 second left on the clock. Okay. Also, I would recommend going and picking up the red orbs when you go in here, because they're going to be available to you, and like I said, the more orbs you get, the better. We're gonna continue on our way throughout the city. Oh no! So, that red wall is something that just pops up to keep you from leaving and, you know, running out when you should be staying and fighting, you giant coward. Why are you running away? Oh boy. There we go. Now, I really like the city just as a nice starting area. It's really pleasing to look at. The sun reflects really well off of all of these textures. And the game in general is fun and nice to look at. Which is one of the reasons why I liked it so much when I started out. One of the reasons why I still like it and still play it. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what they're going to do with, like, are they going to upgrade textures and remodel a few things, or how are they going to otherwise improve this game? And I know that there's already been a bunch of you know, trailer stuff, and there's a lot of speculation going on about, you know, the new playable characters. There's 5 playable characters that have been confirmed, and that's Dante, Nero, Virgil, Lady, and Trish. Now, I'm personally looking more forward to Lady than anyone else, except for, you know, of course I'm looking forward to Virgil, but more so than Trish, I'm looking forward to Lady. And that's mainly just because Trish doesn't impress me. Trish seems like the only thing that seems really spectacular about Trish as a character is that she looks like Dante's mom. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with looking like Dante's mom. I just think that there needs to be more special things to you than just looking like someone else. And I've seen a bit of, you know, her combat and her playstyle in the trailer, and it looks pretty good. She has some moves of Dante's, and she has Lunar Phase from Virgil with Beowulf, which is rather interesting, and she's got this interesting lightning aura, which kind of stuns the enemy for longer and allows you to set up for other things. Really cool. So what we are doing, what I'm trying to do here is jump up into this little balcony area, because there's hidden orbs here. And when you get air hike, then if you come back here and, you know, jump up here, then use the air hike to jump out, then you'll actually land on top and get a few more orbs. But don't have air hike yet, because you need more upgrades for that. So let's continue and get some orbs. See, this is what I mean by I really like this starting area and how the sun reflects off of everything. Look at that. Just sun reflecting off of the ship, off of the water. Everything just looks gorgeous. Woo! Okay. Now we're heading into the factory. What are we gonna find? Cheeseburgers. Everywhere. Now, these guys are basically a new kind of scarecrow. They have a little bit more health, they do a little bit more damage, that kind of thing, and you know, the only main difference is that their blade is on their foot. Okay, so let's head over here. Another thing that's interesting about them and, you know, their foot attacks is that they're one of the enemies that can, you know, hit you while you're in the middle of the air doing a jump combination or something of the like. So you have to actually pay good attention to which ones you're fighting, and normally when I'm fighting them, they take priority over normal scarecrows. For me, at least. Oh no, the bridge won't nowhere. Yep, you saw it, kids. Violence solves everything. Have a problem with the bridge? Shoot the problem. Disclaimer, kids, don't shoot whatever problems you have. That there are obviously much better solutions than shooting. And yes, I am implying that evil are a problem. You, come here. I want to cut your head off. If I cut your head off, I mean stab you into the ground. As you can see, once you really get in, start laying into them, the enemies don't. Well, I shouldn't say the enemies. These enemies in particular don't put up much of a fight. Once they start taking damage, they tend to lay back and kind of flop in the air and take it. Oh, he's trying so hard. He's like, I'm gonna hit you. I'll hit you one day.
Come on.
Just put a little taunt at the end there. One of the interesting things that they also did in this game was the taunts themselves. Like, you know, you have your standard.
What'd you say? Shall we dance? Shall we dance?
And those are, you know, those are cool. But as you continue fighting and as your stylish meter rises, you can actually get different movements and different taunts. So like, there's an A rank taunt, a B rank taunt, and I'm pretty sure there's like C and D rank taunts, but I've never done them. And there's a triple S rank taunt, which is hilarious. And if I get that high later on, I will definitely show it to you guys. Really amusing. These things are, you know, you're supposed to damage them, and once you do enough damage to them, then they end up breaking, and you can find blue orb fragments in them. And there's one in every area, not one in every level, if I'm correct in thinking. And for there's one for each character in every area, so you'll have to look out for them. And I wonder how they're going. I wonder if they're going to do that for, you know, Trish and Lady, or if not. I mean, I'd be totally fine either way, but I think it would be cool. Anyway, so what I'm gonna do here is well, first, this is the gold lion statue, and for those of you who don't know, you can come to these and basically talk to it, and it'll allow you to upgrade if you haven't spent your Proud Souls before the level, and it will also allow you to buy items. So, the item that I'm going to buy here is the blue orb, because health. And then I'm going to run out here. Oh, it's mighty nice out. So one of the things that I haven't talked about yet is the Exceed system, which is basically what you just saw me do there was I'm revving up my sword so that I can cause my sword to glow red. And what that does is it gives me an extra bit of damage on top of what I'm already doing. For those of you who are talented enough and can time it right, you can use the Exceed button right after your attack and gain added bonus damage to each of your attacks, and it's a huge help. I've seen some really amazing players online just exceed through full combos. It's ridiculous, and it really helps them speed through the levels. You know, if I get good enough, or if I have the time for it, I will definitely try and show you guys that. But here's our first boss. Burial. And as you can probably tell, unless you are a blind viewer, he is a fire demon. But you know, fire, one of my favorite elements. I've always picked Charizard on Pokemon. Except for that one time. I regretted that. Anyway.
It's bad for the complexion. I burn easily. Never tan.
When I came to this world 2,000 years ago, there was no such human as the Luxity.
Wanna make it another 2,000?
Quick to anger. Very much like his element. But Nero here blocked it with the tip of my sword.
First, you will suffer the wrath of burial. The conqueror of the fire.
And then we have a fight. Jump right into that. So one of the cool things that they've done here for this fight in particular is basically they make it so that you have health items within these houses that he breaks, and as you fight him, if you take damage and he breaks a house near you, then you'll get enough health to kind of regen that. Suck it! Now what you saw there was me using the Buster, which is Nero's arm, on Burial while he was weak. The way you can tell he's weak is he stops looking all fiery and pissed off for a second, and he kind of flinches more when you attack him. And while he's doing that, you can do added damage to him, and you can use your Buster on him. If you try to do that while he's not in that state, then he'll basically like shrug it off.
Like, stop hitting me!
Ah, jumping right into his attacks. Excuse me! Sorry, I've got people watching me. I cannot be a chump and let you kill me. Whoa! Oh, that must suck for you. Eat it! You couldn't tell me just by looking?
Damn thing drives me crazy, though.
You are just like he was.
You are totally like he was.
I must restore my power.
Emergency evacuation attack! Go! turn into a bunch of flames and run away. That's what happens when you kick someone's butt, kids. Oh boy. But yeah, no. It's really good idea to, when you see the enemy, you know, flinching and whatnot, to buster them. And there's a lot of enemies in the game that you can buster, and there's a different animation for each of those. I think that I'm going to, you know, I'll let you guys see the victory screen and whatnot. But we've been playing a while. Going to got 13 minutes. It's a decent-ish time size for this video. Got ourselves another A rank, and I'm going to save. And in the next video we have here, we're going to be going on to, you know, level 3, and I'll show you before we go into the next level just what I'm buying and whatnot, just to let you guys feel in on what's happening. So I always buy, like, first things first. Yeah, for the Devil Bringer, you can increase the range of the snatch, and that's a really good option. I love the snatch. It's one of the I love the snatch. It's one of my favorite things in the world. Yeah, no. I love charge shot, and you guys heard me mention it before. It's really great. Lots of damage you can pack. And then after that, I take Red Queen combo C. Or normally I take Split first. And the reason why I take these is because I feel like these are the essentials. These are the things that if you go through the game without them, you're gonna have a bad time. Stuff isn't gonna end up right, and you're gonna feel bad about yourself. You're not gonna do as well as you want to. So just do yourself a favor and always try and take Streak early on. Try and take Split so that you can keep those combos up. And Red Queen combo C is better for, you know, players than Red Queen combo B. Red Queen combo B is really good when you're focusing on one enemy, but when you're in the middle of a bunch of other enemies and they're trying to stab you, Red Queen combo C is more crowd control. You hit everything and you can kind of stun them, keep them off you. So I like to take that one. Let's see, other things. No, I think we're pretty good here. Table hopper. We don't need, I will be getting speed rather early on. I might get it before I get air hike, or I might take air hike first, just depending on how many proud souls I have, because air hike is really useful, but speed will get me, you know, keep us moving and allow me to zoom through the area so that you guys aren't spending a lot of time just watching me run, because there are a lot of areas where you're backtracking, and I can understand how that would be a problem. So, anyway, that's all the purchases that I'm going to be making so far, and I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time when we will be moving on to Mission 3, the White Wing. See you then!